The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And we are absorbing the energy emanating from the stands of this grand stadium that is the Giuseppe Meazza. So it's down to business here. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Of course, it's Sergio Aguero. Just the slightest glimpse of goal and he'll find a way of putting the ball in the back of the net. He's scored such a variety over the years, but his build-up play shouldn't be ignored either.
Shoot! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, it was a confident attempt and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Oh, they could be caught out here. Mateus, he is through here. That is a brilliant interception.
Xavi Alonso, it's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And here's Aguero, Doué. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And they're quick to get it back. Lampard. De Bruyne, with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. Now it's Luis Suarez. And this is Aguero. He's found a way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then. But that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
That is good alertness. Mohun Bagan are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Back where it came from. That is lovely. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lampard proves just a little bit too strong. Well, that has not gone well. That's a throw. Gerrard. Mohun Bagan do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Looking to play him in. Mateus's delivery.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality. Well played and well cleared.
Mateus can see things others simply cannot. It's Lampard! And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So, no breakthrough from us. Shoots! Goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Inter Milan have taken the lead.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Mohun Bagan needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Mohun Bagan still this single goal behind. Vieri has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Almost an hour gone. Well read, nice interception. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating chances. They must start showing some bite.
Now it's Lampard. That is well. And the shot! Oh, good finish! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Inter Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Xavi Alonso.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Xavi Alonso cuts a frustrated figure right now, he just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else.
Aguero! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, it was a bit complacent there, I thought, Peter. Maybe he thinks the game is already won.
Oh, that's well spotted. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Nicely weighted ball. Great ball if he can get there. Vieri is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And here's Suarez. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. That looks a good ball through. Might be big chance! Yes! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. You don't keep those outs. That's that, the end. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile.
Hello everyone, and welcome to
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary. And we should be in for something very special. And we're underway. Ferdinand reaching 3 figures in terms of his appearances for the club.
Well, that milestone might be on the back of his mind, Peter, although I'm pretty sure he'll just go about his business as usual. It's just one of the many achievements he'll go on to reach from here.
And he cuts out the supply. Now that looks a decent ball. And the pass is intercepted. Van Bouten. And it's Kaka. Mohun Bagan couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Drogba. Oh, this is a very good run. Van Bouten, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, easy pickings there.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Oh, that's fabulous. Ronaldinho! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Stoichkov. And he's picked it up out wide. Quality ball. Now it's Luis Suarez. Oh, there's a probing ball. And it's Nakata. Has a look and plays it forward. Best. He can run onto that. He is through here. Drogba showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Great ball, and he's in here! Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Gerrard, renowned for his long-range shooting.
Bayer Leverkusen really do like to play the long...
He'll try from distance! Oh, what has happened here? Caught offside that time. Xavi Alonso. And it's Bergkamp. Stoichkov. Peruzzi breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. He's got away. Best. Plenty to aim. Chance for a shot! Superb from Best!
Well, what a great goal from a great player. An absolutely glorious strike, just when no one expected it. A real mood changer right on half-time too. Now, all of a sudden, they're going into the break on a real high.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Bayer Leverkusen have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other...
Chance, surely! So, a temporary halt to the action. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Mohun Bagan trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And we are back underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Knocks it out wide. It's Drogba! Oh, belter! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. He hit that like he meant it. Absolutely. Luis Suarez! Luis Suarez! He just has something! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
That was magnificent. The way he cut it so perfectly. I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Just 1 in it now.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
And the shot's on here.
Well, Bagan really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Luis Suarez is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he? You have to expect that from everyone now. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
He has found a way through. Bayer Leverkusen have reclaimed it. Can he finish? Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
And that reaction says it all. They had a real chance to tighten the screw there, and it's been blown.
Number 19, Hristo Stoichkov. Number 11, Hidetoshi Nakata. Number 14, Dennis Bergkamp. Number 13, Steven Gerrard. Number 23, Xabi Alonso. Coming on the field, number 18, Christian Vieri. Number 10, David Beckham. Number 22, Rivaldo. Number 9, Kevin De Bruyne. Number 17, Frank Rijkaard.
Bayer Leverkusen with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. They've played it short. This looks promising. Roberto Carlos. And there's the shot! And no! He had to, and yet he could not. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means it's Aguero! Another one of football's and how moments.
Aguero has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
Corner number 2 then. Rivaldo with the clearance. It's gone out for a throw-in. He's found a way through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Olmo. And he's had it nicked away.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Full added minutes have been indicated.
Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Luis Suarez.
Oh, great feat that.
Raul. And he has been fouled there. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. a sensational save! And he has kept it out somehow.
Carlos clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And that's that. Mohun Bagan were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There is an expectant air here in North London. The Emirates serving the embodiment of class, sophistication for its illustrious inhabitants. Up to 60,000 here, expecting the team to meet their expectation. We are just getting started. Pato's selection here is, of course, entirely logical. And Cruyff! Good try, very good try, in fact. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Oh, there's a probing ball. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Looking to play him in. Zanetti.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, he's been caught on it. And the finish! They've scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. The ball's... Oh, good effort! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Alexander Pato clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Mohun Bagan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Rooney plays a sharp little ball here. Tries a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Eze. Looking for options for movement. Aguero! And again, he is at his elastic best.
Aguero really must be thinking what more he could have done there. It's another inspired save.
And it's Davids. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Well, that is one way to stop him. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now it's Vieri. Kaká. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Alonso. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Pinches it off him. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Referee has just said play on. And it's Cruyff. And Cruyff! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Can he get it through? Now there's a Pato! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Well, you have to say how clever the pass...
Oh, they could be caught out here. Now it's Pelé. And the referee says that is that for the first half.
Please make sure to watch the
Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Mohun Bagan trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So right back into the action.
Mohun Bagan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they'd...
Shot, surely! Aguero looking for the chance to skim one in from range. No, that's been intercepted. Modric. O'Shea. And the shot! It's a loose ball.
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Xabi Alonso calmly anticipates. Mohun Bagan still chasing a one-goal deficit here. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. De Bruyne is behind this one.
This is about as perfect a free kick position as you could wish for.
Cruyff.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And this is Vieri. Aims beyond the defence.
Mohun Bagan really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And that is a little undercooked. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so. It's Rooney!
Substitution on the field. Number 5. Wayne
Mohun
Rooney.
Bagan with the corner,
Number
there
18.
first.
Christian Vieri.
They've played it short.
Number 6. Sergio
Oh,
Aguero.
facing up to his adversary.
Number
This
9.
is a formidable
Kevin
matchup.
De Bruyne.
Kaká.
Number 13.
That is lovely.
Steven Gerrard.
Kaká!
Number 7.
Same again, same outcome.
Mahmoud Bagan really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the
Number
issue.
15, Lionel Messi. Number 11. Hidetoshi Nakata.
Batistuta.
Number 10. David
Arsenal
Beckham.
surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
It's a good run he's making out on the left. Is there a... Can he finish? He's keen, determined to have his say.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage and it's time for them to use it.
Arsenal with another corner. Arsenal have their second corner now. Another corner. Any better luck this time round? Corner number 3 coming up. And that should get the job done. Mohun Bagan have the chance to go the other way. Knocks it into space. And this is Luis Suarez. Bonucci does really well to win the ball there.
Mahmoud Bagan really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks and sustain some pressure.
Nakata. And here's Messi. And Messi! Messi! Oh, that is beautiful! About as smooth as it gets. And right near the end, we have parity. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like...
And the referee brings it to a close. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't...
Hello, everyone, and welcome to
Well, football is, of
today's
course,
match.
ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And we're underway. So much talk about full-backs these days, whether they're wingers and offensive or good defenders. Zambrotta seems to tick all the boxes.
Well, I just like to refer to him as the complete package. He developed into a very tough-to-beat defender and retained all his attacking instincts, and that marriage has made him outstanding.
It's Luis Suarez! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Luis Suarez.
So, a breakthrough already. Now, that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Conte. Griezmann. Well, they've got it again. And here's Royce. And this is Griezmann. Can he finish? Goal! They are purring, truly purring. That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Marco Royce.
So that's two now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up. Something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it. Mahmoud Bagan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Oh, easy pickings there. Oh, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Gerrard. And it's De Bruyne. De Bruyne going face-to-face with his great rival. Berbatov has created one goal already. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Kante defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Looking to play him in, and here's Vieri. Gerrard. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Griezmann. Turns back here, probably the best option. This is a promising build-up. Gerrard. Now Kaká. Baresi. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Royce. And that... Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Mahmoud Bagan really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players, otherwise this one's as good as done.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. Down to business again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
De Bruyne. And here's Kaka. He's having a pop! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
I'm a little surprised that he actually couldn't make that count. He's so good from that range. Often he'll find the net.
And it's Messi. Griezmann. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Couldn't squeeze it through. De Bruyne!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
So we've reached the hour mark. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Vieri. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Royce. De Bruyne. And it's Luis Suarez. Gerrard. Luis Suarez. It's Luis Suarez! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Conte, a man never lacking in drive or determination. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Luis Suarez, and here's Royce. Now it's Griezmann. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Rijkaard. Luis Suarez.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
And here's Messi.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, he goes for a shot! Yes! It's all becoming so easy. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
A case now of complete control. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Number 15.
De Bruyne.
Lionel Messi. Number 18.
De Bruyne.
Christian Vieri. Number 13.
Looking for the run.
Steven Gerrard.
Rijkaard.
Coming on the
Royce.
field.
And it's
Number
Royce.
22. Rivaldo.
Royce proves just a little bit too strong.
Christo Stoichkov.
Time added on will be 2 minutes.
2 added minutes.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Mohun Bagan suffer a humiliating defeat.